Morning affirmation techniques offer another powerful way to program your subconscious mind during this receptive state. Have you ever felt the quiet whisper of something greater moving through your life? Those moments when coincidences seem too perfect, when inspiration strikes from nowhere, or when you feel mysteriously drawn toward a particular path. These aren't random occurrences. They're glimpses into the fabric of universal intelligence that's constantly available to us. In a world where we're constantly rushing from one moment to the next, there exists an ancient wisdom that can transform our everyday experiences into something truly magical. Welcome to 108 Sacred Practices to Manifest Magic in Everyday Life, where we'll explore how integrating spiritual practices into your daily routine can awaken your manifestation abilities and connect you to universal power. The number 108 is no coincidence. It represents a sacred numerical pattern found throughout spiritual traditions worldwide and holds tremendous manifestation potential. From ancient Hindu scriptures to Buddhist prayer beads, this number appears as a cosmic signpost pointing toward higher consciousness. Scientists have even discovered fascinating mathematical properties in this number. The diameter of the Sun is approximately 108 times the diameter of Earth, and the distance between our planet and its life-giving star is about 108 times the Sun's diameter. But beyond these cosmic connections, 108 offers us a practical framework for transformation. By engaging with practices that align with this sacred number, we create a vibrational resonance that amplifies our manifestation abilities. Throughout this audiobook, you'll discover how to harness this numerical power through daily rituals, focused intention, and spiritual awareness. By the end of our journey together, you'll have discovered practical techniques to harness spiritual energy, create powerful daily rituals, and manifest your deepest desires through consistent sacred practice. You'll learn how to transform ordinary moments into opportunities for extraordinary connection, shifting your consciousness from survival mode to creation mode. This isn't just about wishing for what you want. It's about becoming the energetic match for your desires through dedicated practice. So settle in, open your heart, and prepare to discover the sacred practices that will transform your relationship with reality itself. The magic doesn't exist somewhere out there. It lives within you, waiting to be awakened. Chapter 1. The Sacred Power of 108. Think about the last time you repeated something important to yourself. Perhaps it was an affirmation, a prayer, or simply a hope whispered in a quiet moment. Did you notice how the repetition created a certain rhythm, a cadence that seemed to deepen its impact? This experience touches on one of humanity's oldest spiritual discoveries, the power of sacred numbers to transform consciousness. The number 108 holds profound significance across spiritual traditions as a code for manifestation and creation. In Hindu cosmology, it represents the wholeness of existence, the union between the divine and material worlds. Buddhist practitioners circle their sacred sites 108 times. Jain tradition recognizes 108 attributes of the soul. This convergence across distinct spiritual paths isn't coincidental. It points toward a universal truth about energy, vibration, and manifestation. The mathematical properties of 108 reveal its unique power. It's the product of 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, and 12, numbers that themselves carry spiritual significance. The number connects to sacred geometry, astronomical cycles, and even the structure of the Sanskrit alphabet used in ancient mantras. When we align our practices with this number, we tap into a vibrational frequency that's been recognized and utilized by spiritual adepts for millennia. But how does this translate to practical manifestation in your daily life? The key lies in repetition and sacred intention. When you repeat an affirmation, visualization, or prayer 108 times, you're not just engaging in mechanical repetition. You're creating what spiritual traditions call million-fold power. This practice bypasses the conscious mind's resistance and speaks directly to your subconscious, where manifestation begins. Consider starting with a simple practice. Select a single-word mantra that represents your deepest desire, perhaps abundance, healing, or clarity. Each morning, use your fingers to count off 108 repetitions of this word while holding the feeling of already having received this blessing. Notice how different this feels from casual wishing. The structured repetition creates a meditative state where your energy aligns with your intention. For those seeking more structured manifestation, the 21-day practice using the power of 108 offers remarkable results. Spiritual teachers have long recognized that it takes approximately 21 days to form a new neural pathway, a new habit of thought and energy. By committing to a specific manifestation practice for 21 consecutive days, repeating your intention 108 times each day, you create powerful momentum that continues working even after your formal practice ends. Many practitioners find that using mala beads enhances this process significantly. A traditional mala contains exactly 108 beads plus one guru bead, creating a physical tool for focused attention. As your fingers move from bead to bead, your mind stays present with your intention rather than wandering. The tactile experience grounds your spiritual practice in physical reality, a bridge between the seen and unseen worlds. When working with mala beads for manifestation, hold your specific intention clearly as you begin. With each bead, silently repeat your affirmation or visualization, allowing yourself to feel the emotional resonance of having already received what you're manifesting. The final guru bead represents the completion of one cycle and the integration of your practice. Many people report experiencing synchronicities, inspirations, or direct manifestations after consistent work with this method. The power of 108 extends beyond personal manifestation. It can transform your relationship with time itself. By breaking your day into natural 108-minute cycles, just under 2 hours, you create a rhythm that honors both productivity and renewal. Ancient wisdom traditions recognized these natural ebbs and flows of energy long before modern science confirmed our ultradian rhythms. Try working with focused intention for 108 minutes, followed by a short period of rest or meditation. And notice how this natural cycle enhances both your productivity and your manifestation abilities. As we conclude this chapter, I invite you to select one specific practice involving the number 108 that resonates with you. Perhaps it's the mala meditation, the 21-day manifestation cycle, or simply breaking your day into more conscious rhythms. Whatever you choose, approach it not as a mechanical technique, but as a sacred conversation with the universe. The power doesn't reside in the number itself, but in how it aligns you with the mathematical precision underpinning creation itself. Chapter 2. Establishing your sacred morning ritual. Have you ever noticed how differently your day unfolds when you wake up rushed and stressed compared to when you rise with intention and calm? The first hour after waking quite literally programs your nervous system and brain chemistry for the hours that follow. Neuroscience has confirmed what ancient spiritual traditions have taught for millennia. How you begin each day creates an energetic foundation that influences everything from your decision-making abilities to your manifestation power. How you begin each day sets the vibrational foundation for everything that follows. Those initial moments after waking represent a unique opportunity to set your energetic frequency before the demands of the external world rush in. Your brain transitions gradually from theta waves during sleep to more alert beta waves during waking hours. This in-between state, particularly during the first 20 minutes after waking, offers privileged access to your subconscious mind, where manifestation begins. Creating a personal spiritual practice space forms the foundation of any powerful morning ritual. This needn't be elaborate. Even a small corner with meaningful objects can serve as your sacred anchor. What matters is consistency and intention. Select a space where you can spend at least 15 minutes undisturbed each morning. Consider including elements that engage your senses, perhaps a candle for sacred fire, a beautiful crystal or stone representing earth energy, essential oils for scent, and perhaps a small bell or singing bowl for sound. This dedicated space becomes a physical representation of your commitment to manifestation. Over time, the energy of your consistent practice imbues this area with a tangible vibration that supports your spiritual work. Many practitioners report that simply entering their sacred space shifts their consciousness, making meditation, visualization, and manifestation work more effective. Your subconscious mind learns to associate this physical location with spiritual connection. The cornerstone of your morning practice involves setting clear intentions through the power of a simple but profound question. How do I want to feel today? Notice that this differs from the typical focus on what you want to accomplish. By orienting around desired emotional states, perhaps peace, joy, abundance, or connection, you align your energy with these frequencies from start. Take a few moments of silent contemplation with this question, allowing specific feeling states to emerge naturally rather than forcing them. Once you've identified how you wish to feel, create a brief written statement that captures this intention. Today, I choose to embody peaceful confidence in all my interactions. Or today, I move through the world feeling deeply connected to abundance. Write this statement by hand rather than typing it. The physical act of writing engages different neural pathways and deepens your commitment to the intention. Some practitioners find value in writing their intention on a small card they carry throughout the day as a physical reminder of their chosen frequency. Morning affirmation techniques offer another powerful way to program your subconscious mind during this receptive state. Rather than generic positive statements, craft affirmations that address your specific manifestation goals while feeling authentic to your current reality. For instance, rather than "I am wealthy" if that feels false, try "I'm open to receiving increasing abundance each day," or "I notice evidence of prosperity appearing in my life." The key is creating statements that bypass your conscious resistance while directing your subconscious toward your desired reality. Experiment with different affirmation delivery methods to discover what resonates most strongly for you. Some find speaking affirmations aloud while looking into their eyes in a mirror particularly powerful. This creates a direct connection with your own consciousness. Others prefer writing affirmations repeatedly, speaking them during movement practices like yoga, or recording them in their own voice to listen to while still in a semi-sleep state. The most effective method is whichever creates the strongest emotional resonance for you personally. Incorporating inspirational readings into your morning ritual provides additional fuel for your manifestation practice. Select texts that align with your spiritual orientation, whether ancient wisdom teachings, contemporary spiritual guidance, or poetry that awakens your sense of possibility. The key is choosing material that elevates your frequency rather than simply acquiring information. As you read, notice which passages create a physical response, perhaps a tingling sensation, warmth in your chest, or spontaneous tears. These physical signals indicate that the material is resonating at a frequency that supports your manifestation work. Many successful manifestors find that even 5 to 10 minutes of meditation creates a foundation for their entire day. This needn't involve elaborate techniques. Simply bringing your attention to your breath while sitting in your sacred space can significantly shift your vibrational state. If you're new to meditation, try setting a timer for just 3 minutes and simply observing your natural breath without trying to change it. This simple practice activates your parasympathetic nervous system, shifting your body from stress response to relaxed receptivity, the state where manifestation thrives. For those seeking deeper meditation experiences, consider incorporating a visualization of light entering your energy centers. Beginning at the crown of your head, imagine golden white light slowly filling each area of your body, bringing clarity and alignment. As this light reaches your heart's center, allow it to expand outward, connecting with the day ahead of you. Envision this light touching each person and situation you'll encounter, creating a field of positive possibility before you've even left your home. As you prepare to transition from your morning ritual to the activities of your day, create a simple closure practice that seals your intentions. This might involve placing your hands over your heart while taking 3 deep breaths, sounding a bell or chime, or simply stating, "And so it is." This deliberate closing signals to your subconscious that your sacred practice is complete while allowing the energy you've generated to remain active as you move through your day. Remember that consistency matters more than duration when establishing your sacred morning ritual. A focused 15-minute practice performed daily will yield far greater manifestation results than occasional longer sessions. Begin where you are, with the time and resources available to you, knowing that your practice will naturally evolve as you experience its benefits. The most powerful morning rituals grow organically from your direct experience rather than rigid external prescriptions. Chapter 3. Visualization and Affirmation Techniques. Close your eyes for a moment and vividly imagine biting into a juicy, tart lemon. Imagine the sour juice hitting your tongue, the distinctive smell, the texture of the fruit. Did your mouth begin to water? This simple exercise demonstrates something profound. Your body responds to mental imagery as if it were experiencing reality. This same principle forms the foundation of visualization and affirmation practices that can literally reshape your experience of life. Learn how combining precise visualization with powerful affirmations creates the perfect manifestation recipe. The science behind this process is fascinating. Neurological research using brain imaging technology has shown that visualization activates many of the same neural networks as actually performing an action. When you consistently visualize a desired outcome with emotional engagement, you're essentially giving your nervous system a blueprint to follow, priming yourself to notice opportunities and take actions aligned with your vision. Effective visualization differs from casual daydreaming in several important ways. First, it involves all your senses, not just seeing your desired outcome, but hearing, feeling, tasting, and smelling the experience as vividly as possible. Second, it incorporates the emotional signature of having already achieved your desire. The feelings of gratitude, joy, security, or whatever emotional states your manifestation would naturally produce. This emotional component serves as the energetic bridge between your current reality and your visualized future. Try this foundational visualization technique. Set aside 10 minutes in a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Begin by taking several deep breaths to center yourself. Then imagine stepping into a future version of your life where your current manifestation goal has already been achieved. Notice your surroundings in detail, the colors, textures, sounds, and scents. Observe how you carry yourself differently in this realized vision. Pay particular attention to the emotional states present: confidence, peace, joy, or whatever naturally arises. Let yourself fully inhabit this future reality, experiencing it as if it's happening now. While visualization engages your subconscious through imagery, affirmations work through the power of language to reprogram limiting beliefs. The 369 method offers a structured approach that aligns with natural manifestation cycles. This technique involves writing your chosen affirmation 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times before bed. The increasing repetition throughout the day builds momentum, with the final evening practice programming your subconscious mind during sleep. When your conscious resistance is lowest. When creating personalized affirmations that bypass resistance, focus on statements that feel possible rather than triggering disbelief. Rather than affirming, "I am a millionaire," when your current financial situation doesn't reflect this, try bridging statements like, "I'm opening myself to increasing financial abundance every day," or "Money flows to me through expected and unexpected channels." Notice how these statements can feel true regardless of your current circumstances, allowing your subconscious to accept them as viable possibilities. The structure of your affirmations significantly impacts their effectiveness. Begin with I am or I choose statements that place you in active relationship with your desire. Use present tense language as if your desire is already manifesting. Incorporate emotional states. I am joyfully experiencing abundant financial flow carries more manifestation power than the more generic I am wealthy. And finally, make your affirmation specific enough to create clear direction while remaining flexible about exactly how your desire manifests. One particularly powerful technique combining visualization and affirmation is known as the whisper method. This approach harnesses the intimate connection between your conscious and subconscious mind through these steps. First, clearly identify what you wish to manifest. Next, find a quiet space and enter a relaxed state through several deep breaths. Then, cup your hands around your mouth as if sharing a secret, and whisper your desire 3 times with increasing emotional intensity. Finally, visualize your desire manifesting with complete certainty, as if placing an order you know will be delivered. The whisper method works by creating a sense of sacred intimacy with your own consciousness. The act of whispering creates a physiological state of focus and presence, while the gradually increasing emotional intensity builds manifestation power. Many practitioners report surprising results from this simple technique, particularly for specific, clearly defined desires. The key is approaching it with authentic emotional engagement rather than mechanical repetition. Amplifying affirmations through repetition and emotional connection creates lasting change in your subconscious programming. Consider recording your affirmations in your own voice, perhaps with gentle background music that evokes the emotional state of your desired manifestation. Listen to this recording during transitional moments in your day, while preparing for sleep, upon waking, or during your commute. This passive exposure reinforces your conscious practice and maintains your energetic alignment throughout the day. Another powerful amplification technique involves embodying the physical posture and movement patterns of having already achieved your desire. Notice how you'd stand, sit, walk, and gesture if your manifestation were already complete. How would your breathing pattern change? What facial expressions would naturally emerge? By physically assuming these patterns for even a few minutes daily, you create a powerful feedback loop between body and mind that accelerates manifestation. For those working with challenging manifestation goals that trigger doubt or resistance, the latter technique offers a gradual approach that builds confidence through progressive success. Begin by identifying affirmations and visualizations that feel easily believable, perhaps 10% more abundance, health, or success than your current experience. Once these manifest, expand your vision incrementally, building on each success. This approach honors the natural growth process while steadily expanding your capacity to receive. As you explore these visualization and affirmation techniques, remember that consistency matters more than perfection. If you notice resistance or doubt arising during your practice, simply observe these reactions without judgment. Sometimes the emergence of limiting beliefs during manifestation work actually indicates progress. These obstacles are surfacing to be released rather than remaining hidden in your subconscious. By gently acknowledging them while continuing your practice, you gradually dissolve the internal barriers to receiving your desires. Chapter 4: Symbolic Manifestation Tools. Have you ever held an object that seemed to carry a story, perhaps a family heirloom, a stone from a special place, or a gift received at a meaningful moment? If so, you've already experienced the power of symbolic objects to hold energy and meaning. Throughout human history, across every culture and spiritual tradition, people have recognized that physical symbols can become vessels for intention and catalysts for transformation. In this chapter, we'll explore how to consciously harness this ancient understanding for powerful manifestation. Discover how working with physical tools and symbols can anchor your intentions in the material world. This principle operates on multiple levels: psychologically, energetically, and quantum mechanically. When you engage with symbols that represent your manifestation goals, you create what neuroscientists call somatic markers, physical anchors that help your nervous system remember and return to specific energetic states. These tangible reminders bridge the gap between abstract desires and concrete reality. Working with sacred symbols like the Ankh offers a connection to ancient manifestation wisdom. The Ankh, often called the key of life in Egyptian tradition, represents the union of masculine and feminine energies and the eternal flow of life force. By meditating with this symbol, wearing it, or placing in your environment, you tap into its historical resonance with abundance and life-generating power. Try holding an Ankh pendant while visualizing golden light flowing through it into your energy field, specifically activating your manifestation centers. Many powerful symbols exist across traditions. The infinity symbol for unlimited potential, the spiral for evolutionary growth, the lotus for spiritual unfoldment amid challenges. Rather than adopting symbols randomly, take time to research their traditional meanings and notice which ones create a resonant feeling within you. The most effective symbols for your practice will be those that evoke an immediate energetic response when you view or touch them. A subtle warming sensation, tingling, or sense of expansion. The manifestation box technique offers a simple yet profound method for sustained intention work. Select a beautiful container that feels special to you. This might be a wooden box, decorative tin, or even a natural vessel like a shell or hollowed stone. Create a written statement of your manifestation intention, being as specific as possible about what you're calling in. Place this paper in your box along with items that symbolically represent your desire, perhaps a coin for prosperity, a heart-shaped object for love, or an image that captures your goal. What makes a manifestation box particularly effective is how it works during the fallow periods of manifestation, those times when you're not actively focusing on your desire. By creating this dedicated space for your intention, you establish what some traditions call a working that continues generating energy even when your conscious attention is elsewhere. Many practitioners find that periodically adding fresh items to their box, perhaps a new affirmation, crystal, or symbolic object, keeps the energy dynamic and evolving. Vision board creation represents one of the most widely practiced visual manifestation tools, and for good reason. The process of carefully selecting and arranging images that represent your desired reality engages both hemispheres of your brain. The analytical left side that processes the specific elements of your vision, and the creative right side that perceives the holistic emotional experience. This whole brain engagement creates more neural pathways supporting your manifestation than either verbal or visual techniques alone. To create a vision board with maximum manifestation power, move beyond the superficial approach of simply collecting appealing images. Instead, for each element you add, take time to close your eyes and feel the energy of already having this experience or element in your life. Let your body absorb the emotional signature of this reality. This practice infuses your vision board with energetic intention rather than just wishful thinking. Place your completed board where you'll see it daily, perhaps near your bed, to imprint your subconscious mind during the receptive states of falling asleep and waking. Incorporating protective symbols into your personal practice creates an energetic container that supports your manifestation work. Many people find that as they increase their manifestation focus, they become more energetically sensitive, more aware of subtle influences from their environment and relationships. Protective symbols like the Eye of Horus, sacred geometric forms, or even a simple circle drawn around your working space create energetic boundaries that filter external influences while concentrating your manifestation power. Consider creating a personal symbol that represents your highest vision for yourself, a visual shorthand for the essence of what you're manifesting. This might combine elements from established sacred symbols or emerge intuitively as you meditate on your deepest desires. Once created, this symbol becomes a powerful tool for quickly shifting your state. Draw it on your wrist before important meetings. Visualize it glowing at your third eye center, during meditation, or incorporate it into your living space as a constant reminder of your manifestation journey. Physical tools also serve as extensions of your intention, tangible instruments that help direct and amplify your energy. Crystal wands can be used to trace symbolic patterns in the air while visualizing your intention being activated. Pendulums allow you to communicate with your subconscious mind, asking specific questions about your manifestation path when you find yourself at decision points. Ritual candles, when charged with your intention before lighting, convert your visualization into illuminated form, with the flame representing the active principle bringing your desire into manifestation. Working with the elements, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, provides another framework for manifestation through symbolic tools. Earth objects like stones or plants represent the material foundation of your manifestation. Air elements like feathers or incense symbolize the mental clarity and inspiration needed. Fire tools like candles activate transformation and passion. Water symbols like shells or bowls of water represent emotional flow and intuitive guidance. By consciously incorporating tools from all 5 elements, you create a balanced manifestation practice that engages your full being. Color serves as a powerful symbolic language in manifestation work. Each color carries specific energetic frequencies that resonate with different aspects of manifestation. Red activates passion and vital energy. Orange stimulates creativity and joyful abundance. Yellow clarifies mental intention and personal power. Green opens heart energy and growth. Blue supports truthful communication of your desires. Purple connects with higher guidance for your manifestation. By intentionally incorporating these colors into your environment, clothing, or visualization practice, you attune yourself to their specific manifestation frequencies. As you explore these symbolic tools, remember that their power doesn't reside in the objects themselves, but in the relationship you create with them through focused intention. A simple stone found during a meaningful walk can carry more manifestation power for you personally than an expensive crystal purchased without connection. Trust your intuitive resonance with particular symbols and tools, knowing that the most effective practice is one that feels alive and meaningful to you rather than mechanically following external prescriptions. Chapter 5. Nature Connection for Spiritual Power. Have you ever noticed how different you feel after spending even a short time in nature? The subtle tension in your shoulders releases, your breathing deepens, and your mind naturally quiets. This isn't just psychological. Research has documented measurable changes in brainwave patterns, stress hormone levels, and immune system functioning when we immerse ourselves in natural settings. What ancient wisdom traditions have always known, modern science now confirms. Nature connection is one of our most direct pathways to spiritual alignment and manifestation power. Nature holds tremendous spiritual power that we can tap into daily. Our bodies evolved in constant communion with natural rhythms and elements over millions of years. Only recently, a mere blink in evolutionary time, have we started living primarily indoors, separated from these grounding influences. This disconnection creates a subtle but persistent energetic interference that affects our manifestation abilities. By intentionally reconnecting with nature, even briefly, we reset our system to its optimal functioning state and clear the channels through which manifestation energy flows. Daily nature immersion practices need not be elaborate or time-consuming to restore spiritual balance. Even 5 minutes of direct contact with natural elements can shift your energetic state significantly. Try beginning each day by stepping outside barefoot, feeling the earth beneath your feet while taking several conscious breaths. This simple practice, sometimes called earthing or grounding, has been shown to reduce inflammation and stress hormones while increasing overall well-being, creating an ideal physiological state for manifestation work. If you live in an urban environment, look for small moments of nature connection throughout your day. Touch the bark of a tree you pass on your commute, noticing its unique texture and resilience. Place a small container of soil on your desk, periodically placing your fingertips in it while setting intentions. Keep a special stone in your pocket, holding it during stressful moments to reconnect with earth energy. These micro-practices maintain your nature connection even amid busy human-created environments. Using natural elements in manifestation rituals creates a direct bridge between your intentions and the creative forces of the universe. Each element offers specific manifestation properties that you can incorporate into your practice. Earth elements like soil, stones, or plants represent grounding, stability, and physical manifestation. Water symbolizes emotional flow, intuition, and the dissolution of obstacles. Fire activates transformation, passion, and purification. Air connects with mental clarity, inspiration, and the breath of life itself. Try this simple 4-element manifestation practice. Find a quiet outdoor space where you won't be disturbed. Place a small amount of soil in front of you, earth. Have a bowl of water beside it, water. Light a candle or small fire-safe flame, fire. Use a feather or simply your breath, air. Write your manifestation intention on a small piece of paper. Touch this paper to each element in turn, saying, by earth, my intention takes form. By water, my intention flows smoothly. By fire, my intention transforms into reality. By air, my intention spreads its influence widely. After connecting with all 4 elements, either burn the paper safely in your flame for release manifestations or bury it in the soil for growth manifestations. The grounding technique of placing written goals in the earth harnesses one of nature's most powerful manifestation properties, its transformative capacity. Just as a seed contains all the information needed to become a specific plant, your written intention contains the pattern for your manifestation. By burying this intention, you symbolically and energetically place it in the fertile ground of possibility, allowing natural growth processes to nurture its development beyond your conscious attention. To practice this technique effectively, write your intention on seed paper, paper embedded with actual seeds that will grow when planted, or on a small piece of biodegradable paper. Find a location that feels energetically aligned with your intention, perhaps under a tree that represents strength for a confidence intention, or near flowing water for intentions involving movement and change. As you place your written intention in a small hole in the earth, visualize roots growing from your words, drawing nourishment from the soil while your manifestation grows steadily toward expression. Creating a nature altar for focused manifestation work establishes a sacred container for your intentions that harmonizes with natural energies. Unlike indoor altars, nature altars are typically created for a specific working and then ceremonially dispersed afterward, honoring the natural cycles of creation and dissolution. Find a quiet natural area and arrange stones in a circle about 2 feet in diameter. Within this circle, create a pattern or arrangement using natural objects that symbolize your intention, perhaps pine cones for abundance, flowers for beauty, or feathers for freedom. Once your nature altar is created, sit quietly beside it and enter a meditative state through several deep breaths. Visualize energy flowing from the earth beneath you, through your body, and into the altar arrangement. See this energy activating the symbolic objects, creating a resonant field that broadcasts your intention into the universal matrix. When your meditation feels complete, thank the space and either leave your altar to naturally disperse over time or mindfully return each element to its place in the landscape, expressing gratitude for its service in your manifestation work. The practice of forest bathing, the Japanese tradition of Shinrin-yoku, offers another powerful approach to enhancing your manifestation abilities through nature connection. This isn't about hiking or exercising, but rather about slowing down to absorb the subtle energies of forest environments through all your senses. Research has shown that the aromatic compounds released by trees, called phytoncides, reduce stress hormones and enhance immune function when inhaled. By regularly immersing yourself in these beneficial compounds, You create an optimal physiological state for manifestation. To practice forest bathing for manifestation, find a wooded area and set an intention to move very slowly, using all your senses. Before articulating specific manifestation goals, spend at least 15 minutes simply absorbing the forest atmosphere, the patterns of light through leaves, the symphony of sounds, the varied scents and textures. This sensory immersion shifts your brain waves toward alpha and theta states, where the boundary between conscious and subconscious mind becomes more permeable. From this receptive state, gently introduce your manifestation intention, noticing how it feels different when held within this natural intelligence. Human readable isn't just about fixing grammar. It's about writing in a way that feels natural and fluid. This means varying sentence structures, using active voice when possible, and ensuring a logical flow that guides the reader from one idea to the next. The elemental meditation practice offers a structured approach to working with nature's manifestation power, even from indoor settings. Begin by placing representatives of each element in a semicircle around you. Perhaps a stone, earth, a bowl of water, a candle, fire, and a feather or incense, air. Close your eyes and connect with each element in turn, inviting its specific wisdom and energy to inform your manifestation work. Ask Earth how to make your intention more grounded and practical. Invite water to show you how to flow around obstacles. Request fire's guidance on energizing your vision. Seek air's perspective on communicating your intention clearly. Celestial nature connection, working with the sun, moon, and stars, adds another dimension to your manifestation practice. Different manifestation intentions align naturally with different celestial cycles. New moon energy supports beginning new projects and planting seeds of intention. Full moon power amplifies and illuminates existing workings. Solar energy at dawn activates and energizes intentions, while sunset supports release and transformation. By timing your most important manifestation rituals to align with these natural cycles, you harness the gravitational and electromagnetic influences that have guided human spiritual practice for millennia. As you deepen your nature connection practices, you may begin noticing subtle communications from the natural world, what indigenous traditions call the language of nature. Animals that appear repeatedly during your manifestation work may carry specific messages. Weather patterns might shift in response to your emotional states. Plants may grow in unusual ways near your meditation spaces. Approach these experiences with respectful curiosity rather than rigid interpretation, allowing nature's wisdom to speak to you in its own language rather than imposing predetermined meanings. Remember that effective nature connection for manifestation involves reciprocity, giving back to the natural world that supports your spiritual work. This might involve tending a garden mindfully, collecting trash during your nature walks, supporting conservation efforts, or simply expressing regular gratitude to the elements and beings that sustain your practice. This reciprocal relationship creates an energetic circuit that amplifies your manifestation abilities while ensuring your practice remains in ethical alignment with a greater living system that supports all life. Chapter 6: The Art of Letting Go. Have you ever noticed that the things you chase most desperately seem to slip further away? Think about a time when you wanted something so badly that you couldn't stop obsessing over it. Chances are that tight grip of desire actually pushed your goal further away. This paradox sits at the heart of advanced manifestation work. The more we cling to specific outcomes, the more elusive they become. The spiritual practice of surrender operates on a profound universal principle. When we release our white-knuckle grip on exactly how and when our desires must materialize, we create space for the universe to deliver in ways that often exceed our limited imagination. This isn't about abandoning your desires. It's about trusting the process enough to let go of controlling every detail. Understanding the law of detachment requires recognizing the difference between intention and attachment. Intention is the clear vision of what you're creating. while attachment is the anxious insistence that it must arrive in one specific form or time frame. When you maintain clear intention while releasing attachment, you enter a state of receptive magnetism rather than desperate pushing. Ancient wisdom traditions have long understood this principle. The Bhagavad Gita teaches, established in yoga, perform actions having abandoned attachment, while Taoist philosophy emphasizes Wu Wei, effortless action through alignment with natural flow. Modern quantum physics supports this understanding, showing that observation affects outcomes, but attachment creates an interference pattern that disrupts manifestation. To practice healthy detachment, try this simple technique. Whenever you notice yourself feeling anxious about your manifestation, place both hands over your heart. Take 3 deep breaths, and with each exhale, visualize your desired outcome floating freely in front of you, connected to your heart by golden threads of intention rather than chains of attachment. Say softly, "I trust in perfect timing and perfect form. My desire is manifesting in the highest way for all." The 2-cup method offers a powerful ritual for transferring energy between realities. Gather 2 glasses and 2 small pieces of paper. On one paper, write your current situation. On the other, write your desired reality. Place the papers under their respective glasses and fill the first glass with water. Hold this glass, fully acknowledging your present circumstances without judgment. Then, with focused intention, pour the water into the second glass, symbolically transferring your energy from current reality to desired outcome. Drink the water from the second glass, internally absorbing the new reality. This physical process creates a powerful embodied shift in your energy field. Daily surrender rituals build the spiritual muscle of trust through consistent practice. Try creating a surrender box, a beautiful container dedicated to releasing attachment. Whenever you feel yourself gripping too tightly to outcomes, write the situation on a small piece of paper and place it in your box with the words, "I surrender this to divine wisdom." Close the lid and physically step away, symbolizing your willingness to release control. Another powerful practice involves water as a surrender element. Fill a bowl with water and speak your attachments aloud over it. When complete, pour the water onto earth or a plant, allowing nature to transmute the energy of your attachment into nourishment. This ritual physically demonstrates the transmutation of closed energy, attachment, into open energy, trust. As you integrate these surrender practices, notice how your manifestation process begins shifting from effortful striving to graceful allowing. This receptive state opens channels for intuitive guidance and synchronicities that were previously blocked by the static of anxiety and control. Your intuition becomes the natural next step in your manifestation journey, serving as your personal guidance system for aligned action. Chapter 7: Sound Healing and Vibrational Manifestation. Did you know that sound can physically alter the structure of water? Researcher Dr. Tsuruo Emoto famously photographed water crystals after exposing them to different sounds and intentions. Water exposed to harmonious music formed beautiful, symmetrical crystals, while water exposed to harsh sounds created fragmented patterns. Since your body is approximately 60% water, imagine how sound affects your own physical and energetic systems, and by extension, your manifestation field. Sound creates vibration, and vibration shapes reality. This principle operates at every level of existence, from subatomic particles to galaxies. Quantum physics demonstrates that all matter is essentially vibrating energy. By consciously working with sound and vibration, you're directly influencing the energetic foundation of your manifestation practice. Throughout history, spiritual traditions worldwide have recognized sound as a creative force. Hindu cosmology speaks of the universe emerging from the primordial sound OM. Biblical tradition states, "In the beginning was the Word." These diverse perspectives point toward the same understanding. Sound carries creative power that can be harnessed through conscious practice. Mantra creation and chanting using the 108 principle offers one of the most established methods for vibrational manifestation. A mantra is essentially a sacred sound formula that, when repeated with focused intention, creates specific energetic effects. The word itself comes from Sanskrit, where man means mind and tra means tool, quite literally a tool for the mind. To create your personal manifestation mantra, first identify the essence of what you wish to manifest. Not just the external outcome, but the feeling state it represents. For abundance manifestation, connect with feelings of security, freedom, and generosity. Then select sounds that evoke this state. Sanskrit syllables like shreem, abundance, carry traditional power, but English phrases can be equally effective when charged with your intention. Once you've created your mantra, establish a daily practice of chanting it 108 times using mala beads to track your count. This isn't about mechanical repetition. It's about creating a vibrational field through focused attention. Notice how the sound resonates in different parts of your body and allow the vibration to expand with each repetition. Many practitioners report that energy shifts noticeably around the 70th repetition, when the conscious mind surrenders to deeper meditative states where manifestation power resides. Sound healing frequencies align with specific manifestation goals through the science of resonance. The 528 Hz frequency, often called the miracle tone, has been associated with DNA repair and transformation. 432 Hz creates harmonic resonance with natural world patterns, enhancing manifestations connected to natural cycles. 639 Hz balances heart energy for manifestations involving relationships and connection. You don't need special equipment to work with these frequencies. Many streaming platforms offer music tuned to specific healing tones. Try listening to these frequencies while holding your written intention or visualizing your desired outcome. For deeper effect, hum along with the tone, allowing your body to become a resonating instrument for your manifestation. The ancient power phrase, yesare, pronounced yesare, comes from esoteric traditions where certain sound combinations were understood to carry specific creative energies. This sequence is associated with accelerating manifestation by aligning individual consciousness with universal creative forces. The syllables create a vibratory pattern in the mouth, throat, and head that activates energy centers associated with intuition and higher consciousness. To work with this power phrase, find a quiet space where you can vocalize without distraction. Sitting comfortably with a straight spine, take several deep breaths to center yourself. Then begin intoning yesare slowly, stretching each syllable and noticing where you feel the vibration in your body. Continue for at least 5 minutes, allowing the sound to resonate more deeply with each repetition. Creating your personal power phrase for manifestation allows you to customize vibrational practice to your unique energy system. Your most effective power phrase will combine sounds that physically resonate in your body with meanings that evoke your desired state. Experiment with word combinations, speaking them aloud, and noticing which create physical responses like tingles, warmth, or expansion in your chest or head. As we cultivate awareness of sound's manifestation power, we naturally develop greater sensitivity to subtler forms of information. This same attunement enhances our receptivity to intuitive guidance, those quiet inner promptings that often direct us toward our highest manifestation path, sometimes in unexpected ways. Chapter 8: Developing Intuitive Guidance. What if the most sophisticated guidance system for manifestation isn't found in books or teachings, but within your own consciousness? Consider Maria, who felt inexplicably compelled to take a different route to work one morning. Following this impulse led her to discover a for lease sign on her dream store location, posted just minutes before. This seemingly random detour manifested her 5-year goal through a path her logical mind couldn't have planned. Such experiences reveal how intuition often guides us toward manifestation through unexpected channels. Your intuition is your direct line to universal wisdom, while your rational mind processes information sequentially based on known data. Intuition accesses knowledge that transcends ordinary limitations of time and space. From a scientific perspective, intuition represents your brain processing subtle patterns below conscious awareness. Spiritually, it's your personal connection to the universal intelligence that orchestrates manifestation at the quantum level. Distinguishing genuine intuitive guidance from fear or wishful thinking requires developing discernment. True intuition typically arrives with certain hallmarks. It often comes suddenly rather than through deliberate reasoning. It carries quiet certainty, unlike the frantic energy of fear. It frequently contradicts logical assumptions, and it usually presents as knowing rather than emotional reaction. Most importantly, authentic intuition feels expansive rather than contractive, opening possibilities rather than limiting them. Daily practices strengthen intuitive reception by quieting the analytical mind and enhancing awareness of subtler information channels. Begin with a simple 5-minute practice called intuitive attunement. Close your eyes and focus on your breath for several cycles. Then mentally ask, what guidance does my intuition have for me today? Don't strain for an answer. Create receptive space and notice what arises as a word, image, physical sensation, or knowing. Record these insights without judgment, then review them at days and to notice correlations with your experiences. Intuitive journaling techniques offer structured ways to access inner wisdom for manifestation clarity. The dialoguing method involves writing questions to your higher self on paper, then immediately writing responses without censoring. Using your non-dominant hand for responses often bypasses analytical thinking more effectively. Begin with questions like, what obstacles am I not seeing in my manifestation practice? Or, what step would most accelerate my progress toward my desire? Another powerful journaling approach uses stream of consciousness, writing first thing in the morning before your analytical mind fully activates. Keep your journal beside your bed and immediately upon waking. Write 3 pages without stopping, editing, or judging. This practice clears mental static and creates space for intuitive insights to surface. Pay particular attention to seemingly random thoughts that persist across multiple days. These often contain important guidance related to your manifestation work. Following inner guidance for aligned action requires both courage and discernment. When you receive intuitive prompts related to your manifestation goals, take small, low-risk actions to test their validity. For instance, if you intuitively feel drawn to contact a particular person regarding a project, send a brief message rather than immediately proposing a major collaboration. These responsive actions demonstrate to your intuitive system that you're listening, which typically results in clearer and more frequent guidance over time. The pillow method for receiving intuitive answers while you sleep leverages the unique consciousness of the hypnagogic state. The transition between wakefulness and sleep when your analytical mind relaxes its grip. Before sleep, write a specific question related to your manifestation on a piece of paper. Place this under your pillow while setting the clear intention to receive guidance through your dreams or upon waking. Keep your journal nearby to immediately record any insights, images, or feelings that come during the night or first thing in the morning. As your intuitive abilities strengthen, you'll begin noticing synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that offer guidance or confirmation related to your manifestation work. Rather than dismissing these as random occurrences, recognize them as feedback from universal intelligence responding to your manifestation energy. These synchronicities often point toward emotional patterns that may be either supporting or blocking your manifestation progress. Chapter 9. Emotional Freedom in Manifestation. What's truly stopping your manifestations from becoming reality? Often it's not lack of technique or insufficient practice, but invisible emotional programming running beneath conscious awareness. Researchers at HeartMath Institute have demonstrated that the electromagnetic field generated by the human heart extends several feet beyond the body and changes measurably with different emotional states. This field interacts with the quantum energy forming physical reality. When chronic stress, fear, or limiting beliefs create discordant patterns in this field, they literally repel the very experiences you're trying to manifest. Emotional blocks create actual energetic patterns influencing the quantum field around you. Ancient traditions describe these as knots preventing life force from flowing freely. Modern energy psychology confirms that emotional patterns become encoded in our nervous system and cellular memory, creating unconscious resistance to receiving what we consciously desire. Clearing these patterns creates the internal alignment necessary for effective manifestation. The emotional freedom technique, EFT, commonly called tapping, offers a powerful method for releasing manifestation blockages by combining acupressure with cognitive psychology to release stuck emotional energy. The process involves gently tapping on specific meridian points while voicing limiting beliefs and transformative statements. This sends calming signals to your brain's alarm system while reprogramming the subconscious associations blocking your manifestation. To use EFT for manifestation, begin by identifying a specific emotional block related to your desire, perhaps unworthiness around financial abundance or fear of disappointment. Rate this feeling's intensity from 0 to 10. Begin tapping on the side of your hand while stating, "Even though I feel this block, I deeply accept myself." Continue tapping on points around your eyes, under your nose, chin, collarbone, and under your arm while naming the feeling. After several rounds, introduce positive alternatives. "I'm choosing to release this resistance and open to receiving." Journaling exercises help identify and transform limiting beliefs that obstruct manifestation. Try the belief excavation process by examining areas where your manifestation seems blocked. Write the statement, "I'm having difficulty manifesting this desire because." Complete this sentence rapidly, without censoring 10 times. Review your responses, looking for patterns that reveal underlying beliefs like unworthiness, safety concerns, or identity limitations that may be operating below conscious awareness. Once core limiting beliefs are identified, transform them gradually using the belief bridge technique, rather than jumping directly to their opposite, which often triggers resistance. Create intermediate statements that feel believable yet move you toward freedom. If you've identified, "I don't have what it takes to succeed," your bridge statements might progress from "I've succeeded in some areas before" to "I'm developing success qualities" to "I increasingly recognize my capacity for achievement" to "I naturally attract opportunities that support my success." Meditation can transform negative emotions into manifestation fuel by working directly with their energetic dimension. Rather than suppressing uncomfortable emotions like fear or doubt, acknowledge them while transforming their energy. Sit quietly and locate where in your body you physically feel the limiting emotion. Breathe into this area, visualizing the emotion as a particular color or texture. Without trying to change it, simply observe it with compassionate awareness. As you continue breathing with the emotion, recognize it as raw energy, neither positive nor negative, simply power awaiting direction. With each exhalation, visualize this energy transforming into fuel for your manifestation. Where there was dense fear, see expanding golden light. Where there was constricting unworthiness, see flowing abundance. This practice demonstrates that even challenging feelings can serve your manifestation when approached with conscious awareness. As emotional freedom expands your personal manifestation capacity, you'll naturally begin noticing how your energy affects and is affected by those around you. This awareness reveals perhaps the most powerful manifestation amplifier available, the collective field created when multiple consciousnesses align with shared intention. Chapter 10, Community and Collective Manifestation. In 1993, a remarkable experiment took place in Washington, D.C. Over 4,000 meditation practitioners gathered with a shared intention to reduce crime in the city. Researchers documented a 23% decrease in violent crime during this period, with statistical analysis showing the probability of this reduction occurring by chance was less than 1 in 500 million. This experiment demonstrates something extraordinary. When human consciousness unites with shared purpose, it creates measurable effects in physical reality. When we combine our intentions with others, manifestation power multiplies exponentially. This principle operates through what quantum physicists call field effects, the phenomenon where individual particles influence each other across space through shared energy fields. Applied to consciousness, this suggests that our individual thoughts and intentions contribute to and are influenced by collective fields. By consciously engaging with these collective fields, we amplify our manifestation abilities far beyond what's possible through individual practice alone. Creating manifestation circles provides a structured approach to harnessing this collective power. A manifestation circle brings together 3 to 12 people committed to supporting each other's manifestation work through focused group intention. The ideal circle includes individuals who share basic values while bringing diverse perspectives and strengths. Begin by establishing clear agreements about confidentiality, commitment, and working methods. Meet regularly to engage in collective practices that support individual members' intentions. During manifestation circle gatherings, incorporate practices designed to maximize group energy. The transmission circle involves members sitting with one person in the receiving seat at a time. This person clearly states their manifestation intention, then receives focused energy from all other members simultaneously for 3 to 5 minutes. Another powerful practice involves group chanting or toning, creating harmonic resonance while holding collective intention. Many groups report these shared practices generate tangible sensations, warmth, tingling, spontaneous insights, rarely experienced during solo work. The spiritual power of service and kindness in raising vibration connects directly to manifestation through what traditions call merit, positive energetic credit generated through beneficial actions. Across spiritual systems, service to others is recognized as one of the most direct paths to expanded consciousness and manifestation ability. This works through several mechanisms. Service releases self-absorption that blocks manifestation flow, creates beneficial energetic patterns that return as blessings, and activates the heart center, which generates the most powerful electromagnetic field in the body. To incorporate service into your manifestation practice, establish a manifestation tithing approach, dedicating a percentage of your time, energy, or resources to serving others without expectation of return. This might involve volunteering with aligned organizations, offering your skills to those in need, or performing daily acts of kindness with conscious intention. The key is acting with genuine care rather than obligation, allowing the natural joy of giving to elevate your frequency. Manifesting for others and the greater good taps into what spiritual traditions call non-local mind, consciousness extending beyond individual identity. When holding intentions that benefit collective well-being rather than solely personal gain, you access manifestation currents that carry greater power and encounter less resistance. This doesn't mean abandoning personal desires. Rather, expanding your concept of self-interest to include larger systems, recognizing that true abundance flourishes in healthy communities and ecosystems. Finding your spiritual tribe for sustained practice support remains essential for long-term manifestation success. While workshops or courses provide valuable information, lasting transformation typically requires ongoing community. Your spiritual tribe might be formal or informal, local or global, tradition-specific or eclectic. What matters is finding individuals who share your commitment to conscious manifestation while offering perspectives that expand your own. This community provides accountability, inspiration, and the energetic field that sustains your practice through challenges and celebrations. As you engage with collective manifestation, your personal practice becomes both more powerful and more purposeful. You begin recognizing yourself as both an individual creator and part of a larger creative body. unique in your expression, yet fundamentally connected to all life. From this integrated awareness, manifestation becomes not just a technique for acquiring desires, but sacred participation in the ongoing creation of reality itself. We've journeyed through 108 sacred practices across these 10 chapters, discovering how ancient wisdom can transform our modern lives through consistent spiritual practice. From the mathematical magic of 108 to morning rituals that set your daily vibration, from visualization techniques to sound healing, from emotional freedom to collective manifestation, each practice offers a unique doorway into the art and science of conscious creation. The true magic of manifestation isn't in occasional grand gestures, but in daily devotion to aligning with universal energy. Just as a garden doesn't flourish through sporadic effort, but through regular tending, your manifestation ability grows through consistent practice integrated into ordinary moments. The most powerful practitioners aren't necessarily those performing elaborate rituals, but those maintaining conscious awareness of their creative relationship with reality throughout daily activities. Begin by selecting just one practice from each chapter that resonates most deeply, creating your personalized 10-step daily ritual. Perhaps start your day with the sacred morning practice from Chapter 2. Incorporate a brief visualization from Chapter 3 during your lunch break. Practice surrender using the 2-cup method from Chapter 6 when facing challenges. And end your day with the pillow method from Chapter 8 to receive intuitive guidance while you sleep. Remember that manifestation is both an art and a science. Combining precise techniques with heartfelt intention creates the most powerful results. The science involves understanding universal principles like vibration, quantum entanglement, and neuroplasticity. The art involves your unique expression through creativity, intuition, and personal meaning-making. Honor both dimensions by approaching your practice with both disciplined consistency and creative spontaneity. As you incorporate these practices, approach them with both childlike wonder and mature dedication. The universe responds not just to what you do, but to the consciousness you bring to each practice. May these 108 sacred practices illuminate your path and manifest magic in your everyday life. Thank you for joining us for 108 sacred practices to manifest magic in everyday life. If you found value in these teachings, please subscribe to Audiobook's library for daily spiritual wisdom and manifestation guidance. Until next time, may your practice be blessed and your manifestations aligned with your highest good.